Hello guys, it's me Simo Urahara, and in this video I'll show you the 8th strongest Bankai in Bleach. This video is gonna be special and fun at the same time because I'm not the one who actually has chosen this 8th Bankai, but rather ChatGPT. This idea came to me when I was doing some of my works, and suddenly I said, why not asking this program about the 8th strongest Bankai in Bleach, so to see what's gonna give me. The result was surprising and I needed to share it with you guys. But just keep in mind some information about this Bankai, they are not accurate and sometimes they are just nonsense. So we will start with this list of ChatGPT and in the end I will give you mine. So the 8th place went to Toshiro's Bankai. I think most of this information are based on the incomplete version of Toshiro's Bankai. Although Toshiro doesn't create a dragon or rides it, but the incomplete Bankai gives him a shape like a dragon, like the wings and tail. But one of the special features that I see is present in Toshiro's Bankai is that it enables him to fly by using the wings, and unlike the rest of the Shinigami who depends on jumping and other things. But if we're gonna just talk about the incomplete Bankai of Toshiro, I don't think it deserves this place. However, if we choose the adult form, I think it should be in a higher place. And so we move to the 7th rank and we have Byakuya's Bankai Senbonzakura Kageyushi. What I am agree with is the fact that Senbonzakura as a Zanpakuto is one of the beautiful Zanpakutos in Bleach, but also it's very strong, especially at the Bankai level. What makes this Bankai distinctive is its diversity. Senbonzakura has many unique forms like Goke and Hakucheken or Senki, which is a true form of Senbonzakura. Moreover, the Senbonzakura's power has increased strongly after Byakuya came back from Royal Palace, either at Shikai or Bankai level. Byakuya has easily defeated 3 Sterniter, and through Ikka Shinjinka was able to remove Girard's head. However, I don't know from where ChatGPT get the thing of illusion, though it will sound cool if Byakuya can make copies of him through the blades of Senbonzakura. And in the 6th place we have Urahara's Bankai, but the information that ChatGPT gave me, most of them wrong, like the fact that Urahara's Zanpakuto turns into a multi-tools device that can manipulate the space. The truth is something else. As we all have seen, Urahara's Bankai is one of the few Bankai that take form without changing the sword of its owner. Urahara's Zanpakuto was in the sealed form when he formed Benihime behind him. Also, the Bankai doesn't create energy blasts. That's happened in the Shikai. The true power of the Bankai is found in restructuring everything it touches. Yes, we can say it can change the space of a place, but the true power is changing the things, like what Urahara did when he fixed his damaged eyes. Also, the Bankai doesn't give Urahara high speed due to the fact that the Bankai's ability is limited to a certain area. However, the Bankai can boost Urahara's physical strength by restructuring his body parts. As for the 5th rank, wow, the program has chosen Kyoraku's Bankai, but the only correct thing about what GPT said is the name of the Bankai. Other than that, everything is wrong. I couldn't stop laughing when I read this. So guys, the Bankai, according to ChatGPT, is a 2-part releases, so that the Bankai can summon 2 creatures, and they are Katen Kyokatsu and Karamatsu Shinju. Katen Kyokatsu is a sword man, so that it can manipulate the senses of anyone that cuts. As for Karamatsu Shinju, is a tree that manipulates shadows with traps and attacks. Wow! I don't know whether this was a theory before the release of Kyoraku's Bankai or it's a fan fiction, but thinking about it, I think the program relied on the idea that Kyoraku has 2 swords and they are Ohana and Okyo, and we know that Okyo was created only to hide the secret sword of Hakyoken. As for Ohana is the main Zanpakuto that has all the abilities of the Bankai, and as for the Shadow thing, this is one of the main games of Kyoraku in Shikai. And so for the 1st place, I was really surprised by seeing this Bankai in this rank. Why? Because simply it doesn't exist. I'm talking here about Aizen's Bankai. I've tried several questions about the 8th strongest Bankai in Bleach, and every time I got a list that has Aizen's Bankai in it, although it doesn't exist in the manga. I don't know, but the program considered the basic ability of Kyoka Suigetsu in Shikai as ability for the Bankai, so that the idea of the Bankai is centered on the illusion of the enemies that they are subjected to a fake attack, almost like Rose Bankai that creates a fake attacks of fire and water. But it seems that ChatGPT also wants to know Aizen's Bankai like us, to the point that it put it on this list. As for the third rank, there is finally a logical thing. Personally, I wouldn't put Zaraki's Bankai in the third place, but at least the information here is correct. Like the fact that we don't know the name of Zaraki's Bankai. All we know is that little Yachiro is his Bankai, and the name of Yachiro is only a name that Zaraki gave to her on the basis that she is just a soul, not part of his Bankai or part of his Zanpakuto. But as I said in a previous video, it could be the name of Zaraki's Bankai like the name of his Shikai, Nozarashi. On the other hand, it is possible to agree with what was said regarding Zaraki's Bankai. Its main strength is found in cutting as well as speed and even physical strength. Zaraki was able to cut off Girard's arm with his teeth only and cutting him in half with one blow. As for the second place, there is the Bankai of the old man, Zankai no Tachi. You know, if it was for me, I would have put it in the first place. So regarding the information that the program brought, when it comes to the general idea, in somehow that's correct. The Bankai's power is the high heat that the old man Ryatsu forms. On the other hand, the program gave false information such as that Yamamoto forms a wall of fire or builds weapons and armor from those fires. We may say that a shield of fire is actually formed in the western Zankai no Tachi when the old man is covered with a temperature of 15 million degrees. As for the attack weapons, we may consider them to be the zombies that the old man's brought out in Zankai no Tachi South. And moving on to the first place, it went to Ichigo's Bankai Tensei Zangetsu. If we take the first sentence of what the program said about Tensei Zangetsu, I think it means the real Bankai, especially this scene of Zangetsu. I don't know, but it looks for me in this scene bigger than the previous one. I don't know guys, tell me your opinion in the comments. But on the other hand, I don't think Ichigo's Bankai can be placed in any category of Bankai, simply because we don't have much information about the Bankai. So guys, as you can see, in terms of the Bankai that exists in this list, they are strong names. Except the fact that there isn't something called Aizen's Bankai. But when it comes to information, most of them are wrong. As for me, my list will be like this. I will remove Tensei Zangetsu because, as I said, we don't have much information about it, and I'll remove also Aizen's Shikai, and I will add Ichibi's Bankai and also Gin's Bankai, and so the list will be like this. Zankai no Tachi first, Ichibi's Bankai, and Toshiro in adult form, also the Bankai of Zaraki, and 5th Kyoraku's Bankai, and the 6th place is Urahara's Bankai, for 7th Gin's Bankai, and the 8th place will be for Byakuya. So guys, tell me what you think, give me your list, and see you in my next video.